So first of all, we are going to set up our player. Oh, not player. First of all, we are going to set up our what do you call that, obstacle. So to do that, just click here, right? Click here, drag and drop it here. Done. Our obstacle has been set. Now we have to give it. It has to collide with our player. Got it? So to do that, just add a box collider. BOX, right? BOX there, and collider. Box collider. Not that one. Not that one, by the way. Move component, box collider here. Add this box collider. Now if you see here, there's some green area. See that? Yeah, this is going to be our collider basically, and we have to set up two circle colliders as well, right? Circle CI circle collider 2D, add here, click here as well, and CIR circle collider 2D. All right, now what we have to do is basically this guy has to come down towards our come down of the screen. Just it has to come down of the screen. So to do that, we're going to make a script, and it is called obstacle script. OBSTRA obstacle script. OBSTRA CLE obstacle. Write obstacle and press enter. There'll be a new script. Click and add. It'll show this. Just minimize it, and then obstacle script has been added on this. It has not been added on anywhere else. Remove this. I don't know what that is right now, but now just go to the obstacle, and again you just remove these two to make this code look much more better, right? Just remove these two, and what we're going to do is basically, as I showed you in my previous video, we can just write transform transform.translate TRANSL transform.translate, so, and give a vector 3 position, just transform. So we're going to change this transform and make it go like this. So if I write it on minus y-axis, right, minus y-axis, then it will go down, right? So I have to write 0 on the x-axis. It will not move in the x-axis at all. And gonna write, let's say, minus and speed. Speed. It's gonna be a variable for now, and we don't need z-axis, but let's just write it 0. Go here above our start and this what do you call this, this right above our start, and write public public float float and speed speed. Got it? So now what the hell happened? So just when you save this, something is wrong here. Oh, here you should always have semicolon, all right, and things like this. So everything is good, the programming is good. Now if I just go here, look here, there is speed. Let's just keep it at 1, and it's going to be really fast. Let's just do something like this and click play. It's going to go really fast. See, it's going down really fast. To make it smooth and slow, we just have to multiply it by time dot delta time. Got it? Save it. Now if you see this, everything is saved. Now when I play it, it'll be really slow. So basically keep it at 4, because that works, So when you keep it at 4, it goes fairly slow, it goes down. Now we want this object to be in such a way that let's keep it here, right? Whenever we rotate this, it should actually just, we should be able to avoid it, because these two objects has to avoid this for this game to work. So whenever it goes down, see, if it is here and if it keeps on going down, see, you cannot properly avoid it. So let's make it smaller, a bit smaller, right? So this will be perfect. This will be a perfect size for our cube. Let's make it even smaller, who cares, right? So our object has been set. Let's just make it 0. So our object has been set, but will it just collide with this? Let's see that. It does not. And why does that happen? Why has it not been colliding with this? Let's see. And it's because to have collision, at least one of the objects should have a physics applied to it. To apply physics to it, let's just apply in this instead of this. Let's just apply to these two. So I think that is what we need. So to do that, we just have to write a rigid body, RIGID rigid body, but I have to apply 2D because this is a 2D game, rigid body 2D. So, and we don't want it to fall down as well, so let's keep the gravity 0 and let's just see, all right, what will happen. So now the collision is there. Good. Now let's just do the same thing here as well, rigid body to D, so collision will be there, and gravity into 0. Save this. But as you saw before, we don't want that to happen. We don't want it to drag it down. All right, we want this to get deleted whenever this touches this. All right, whenever it comes into contact, we want this to be deleted. Now, how can we do that? Let's just figure this out. So first of all, remove this because we don't need start here. So that will make our code even more cleaner. Remove this. I think you understand what does update and start do, right? So remove this as well, these two. Now just save this and let's minimize it. Let's just increase this, and now what we are going to do is basically just say make a code. We're going to make a code which will be our player collision. Call it PLAYER, player, C, capital C OLLISION, player collision. Click and add. All right, this is going to be added here. So for this player collision to work, we have to make it into a trigger. Make this, what do you call this, this collider, make this collider into a trigger. If you make it a trigger, then this will work. So for that to work, we have to make it a trigger. So we're going to use this on trigger enter 2D function. So we can just remove these two, both of them, and we can remove this as well, make it a bit cleaner. So go here and write on trigger enter 2D, on trigger enter 2D collision, and here is an object name called collider 2D, which will register these colliders, right? Your collider, this collider 2D will register your collider and its functions, and it's given a reference name. Just remove this reference name and write other. All right, instead of this reference name, write OTHER, other. Let's do this, other. So now whenever there will be collision between this collider, which is a trigger, and this collider, we have to say if inside small bracket and press insert, write other, 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 that this other, right, other collider, other dot game object. So other collider, wherever we collide, let's say this collided, so this game object dot tag is equal to, right, you have to write it like that, in small, write capital O BSTRACLE, obstacle. If other dot game object dot tag is obstacle, then inside this we have to write what do you call that, destroy, DES, call the destroy command, which will destroy this game object. All right, basically you have to do the DEST destroy dot destroy, like inside this bracket write this dot game object. Now if I just save this and take it here, now if I just play, you will see nothing happens. You know why nothing happens? Because this doesn't have any tag. If you see here, this is untagged. Got it? Here's the tag. We have to add another tag. Let's say add tag. and there's empty list. Click here, write obstacle. You have to write it exactly like this. Where is it? Exactly like this, capital OBSTRACLE. Alright, you have to write exactly like this. Add and write capital OBSTRACLE, obstacle. So if you go to the this, let's just rename this as well, like RECTANGLE, rectangle. Alright, and you see here obstacle. Now it is an obstacle tag, so it will, whenever it collides with, it will search if it's in the obstacle tag or not. If it's in the obstacle tag, then it will delete itself. Alright, otherwise nothing will happen. So whenever it's going down, and poop, delete it. Got it? Poop. Alright, so you get the point. Do the same thing here as well. You don't have to do anything, you just have to drag this player collision script, right, in this red ball. Just drag it here, just put it here from the hierarchy, just drag it. This will be done. And if you have it here, so let's check, and whoa, nothing happened. Wait, what happened? Oh wait, this is not a trigger. So always remember, this should be a trigger. One of these should be a trigger, one of these has to have this, what do you call this, this should be a trigger. Whoever has this script on should have this as well to collide, and this should be a trigger to have for this function to work. All right, so just do this again, and boom, done. Now after this, we're going to set up our spawner system.